Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Danny. Once again, Tuesday night, we're doing some Shadowrun missions, and looks like everything's up and running. We've got all of our players here. Well, mostly we got all of our players here. Today we have subbing in for Sarah, Alex. If you've seen some of our other shows, you might have seen Alex around. She's also doing our new Sunday broadcast for LIke Clockwork. We're real excited to have her there, and we're really excited to have her here today. Something about a Kickstarter, something that we're doing, and Sarah's just been really busy trying to get that all together. It's a lot of work, and so she's trying to catch up. So Alex is going to fill in and play her character, Lisa. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know what everyone else is calling her yet.
Isn't that a person, like a band? Lisa?
No, it's like it's a Pauly Shore song from like forever ago. Yeah, she didn't like it. She doesn't want to.
Oh man.
Oh wait, no, she's back. Yeah, no, it was Pauly Shore sang that song like a long time ago. It was like some stupid song about girls named Lisa are the best. What? You don't not know who Pauly Shore is?
No, I love Pauly Shore.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, that's why you know the song. Okay, everybody. So with that, we are going to do a quick recap of where we're at. And I believe this week it would have been Sarah's turn. Maybe that's really why she's not here. So Thomas, we're going to skip to you and have you take it away.
She better do it at my place next week. I'm going to make sure she watches it. Now, all right. Last week, when we started, we were just about to unleash our plan to storm the building with... after blowing up the generator, when we were interrupted by a message in our head sent by for now, a pretty friendly lady who came to us and explained to us that she also wanted to hit these guys. So we joined forces, and we threw a grenade filled with neurostun in there, which knocked out a few people. However, apparently nobody but Etienne and probably Gertrude, she was waiting in the car, getting ready to take us out of there. But no one else understood the concept of contact toxin. So they donned gas mask and they walked in, and they got, Chris got knocked out. But not to go into... Yeah, our friend also, after donning a patch of antidote, wanted to get in, and she got knocked out too. And having a full suit of sealed armor, just went in and picked them up. And a few gunshots were fired. A spirit spooked some people and did a good job. And yeah, we got out of there. Right into another job where we met with some scientists at the museum that wanted us to go and take some readings with a magical Geiger counter near the crater in Chicago. We're doing that so they can give us some sort of tube, if I remember correctly, with numbers on it for our buddy, the Tatismonger. Yeah, I think we were just leaving our meeting with these guys and discussing potentially using drones to accomplish our mission.
Indeed. So, with that, I think you did finish there at the museum talking to them, and so you're headed out and discussing what the best way to go about taking care of this issue with the crater. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you a quick handout. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. So this is the crater area. So when you're looking at this, you can kind of see this from, it's easy to get a matrix search and just get this overhead view, right? Because it's easy to do it today in the real world. So you've got this, you got the crater. It's kind of in the upper left side of that. You can kind of see it there. So this main road to the south, it's kind of an industrial area that meets the river. And then, of course, there's all the kind of roads that reach to it. Some parks around the area too. The thing is that, of course, when the crater hit, like, it flattened a lot of stuff nearby as well. So getting in close in a large vehicle is probably going to be really difficult, maybe not possible. So you'll have to figure that into your plans. Other than that, yeah, it's you'll need to figure out what your best play is here.
Hey, can you drive up to the crater?
No, that's
No, Darcy's too big.
At some point we're going to be stopped by the destruction. Not sure exactly where though.
Me neither.
Why do you want to drive into the crater?
Well, we need to get close enough to get a reading with this little machine.
And Darcy is special. She's got some environmental seals that can protect us from the radiation. Or at least help slow it down.
Slow down the radiation.
Yeah, I would suggest maybe investing in a Geiger counter. We can, I'd say 2. One for inside and one that we can tape on the top of the van and just have the reading from the matrix.
I like that idea.
Speaking of taping stuff on top of the van. No, I mean, we could just attach a drone rack and a rotodrone to which we attach that thing on top of Darcy. And then when we get close enough, we just release it.
I thought you were going to suggest taping mages to tops of vans, and I was going to say we just met her. That's not nice.
I'm a mage.
Unless that's what the mages want to do, in which case I advise against it from a medical standpoint, but I can't stop you. You're grown.
Like you.
My buddies always say there's no problem that duct tape can't solve.
That is, however, very true.
It is true.
All right. Well, where are you headed to get duct tape then? And
Geiger counters and rotodrones.
Geiger counters and rotodrones and drone racks.
The collective. Do you think the collective has all that nifty gear?
Maker Smart?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably have at least some of it, and they could point us in a direction where we can find the rest.
All
yeah,
right.
that sounds like a plan.
To the collective.
Wait.
All right.
Couldn't we have just asked the spirit to do it?
Can they carry technology?
Well, they can manifest, which means they can manipulate. Oh, I'm sorry, Nico. Well, they can manifest, so that means they can like hold stuff, right? So then, if it's hard, they can hold it. So if they're not manifested, they can't do it. But once they manifest, they can do it, and they can run in there. And I don't think they'll get like affected by the radiation, because back at the at that one place, you know, he went in out of the smoke area and it didn't bother him.
I mean, I can control someone's mind to do it for us, but they might die.
Oh no!
Is there anybody around?
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I'd rather not do that. As far as the spirit, I don't know that stuff very well.
I mean, he ran in there and picked up those dudes and brought them out, so I'm pretty sure he can.
Yeah, but the last time we went somewhere where there was radiation, Kaida had a little bit of a hard time. He said something about the feel of the place being so wrong. He had trouble. It was harder, I think.
Yeah, he told me about that with the shaman. But the truth is that anywhere we go, like as close as to we get to the blast site, everything magical kind of like mutes itself. So I get what you're saying, though.
So yeah, that could work, but I
don't have to do battle.
Yeah, so
why would you have to jinx us like that?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Who's Jinx?
You us.
I'm not Jinx. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and grab a drone, and we'll try Nico's idea first, and then we can have a backup in case it doesn't work out.
Okay.
Okay, scenario, I just pissed off one of my best friend's spirits. But they like treats. So just give them a treat.
Spirits.
But like brownies?
Well, it depends on which spirit. Well, it depends on which spirit. Like the spirit of man, he likes well, I can't talk about what he likes. But the air one likes okay, I can't talk about that. Yeah, they all like different stuff. So I'm gonna. Should I go ahead and roll?
If you would like to summon a spirit, you should go ahead and roll. What is the force of the spirit you would like to summon?
It's gonna be a force 8.
Okay.
Because we're in one of those like heavy zones where the radiation.
Yeah, you will. Yes, you will be in one of those heavy zones.
So I'm gonna go ahead and roll for an 8.
Yeah, it won't ask you for the force. You just roll it, and then I'll.
Okay.
Roll. That's pretty good. You got a 6, a 4, and a 2.
Oh, I don't know why that happened like that, but count the last one because that's the one I clicked. I don't know about them other one.
Yeah. All right. So I'll give you 2 services on that. We'll average it out. I don't know what's going on. So, all right. You have 2 services on a force 8 spirit. That's pretty beefy. And what kind of spirit was that again?
I'm gonna get the spirit of air.
Spirit of air. All right. Okay, so you have a spirit of air. It's force 8, and it is waiting for you to ask it what to do.
Okay, so I go into astro mode, and then I see the spirit, and I take a knee. Yon spirit, yon spiritu.
Yes.
Hi. I'm just,
Hello.
how are you? I need you to take this drone and go get a reading for us. We just need you to stand in the middle of that place. I made sure to summon you with a lot of force to this. Can I say it to a spirit? Do they know what I'm talking about? Or is that a board thing?
You wouldn't necessarily say force, but you would say that hopefully you have the strength to
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna take your phrase. Hopefully you have the strength to do this. And if you don't, just let me know and I'll hook you up with something next time I summon you.
Well, if you ask, then I shall try.
You're awesome. And then I hold my hand out like that for his paw.
He paws out and
Okay. And then I go out of astral or back into normal mode, normal sight.
Okay. So the spirit materializes kind of outside, just right outside. It's large, higher than 4'6", so it's a little bit bigger. And it does have, it can manipulate things, but it's very much made of air, right? And so it's like forming the air particles to kind of create or sort of like a solid texture to sort of pick up the device. And what do I do with it?
And then Nico looks at Satchel.
Satchel then looks at the end. It's like it has buttons. I think that's your deal.
Well, I mean, at the start of this, the plan is that we get closer and then we send something in there. Now we're not there yet, and that plan I can connect to the matrix and follow it and like use it at a distance. But if it leaves right now, we're believe few tens of kilometers away from that place. So
Okay,
I
so
won't be able to follow it. We should get closer before we do that. But as we discussed before that, we're going to go get some stuff so we can have a backup plan.
okay, so I look at the spirit. So just hold it. That's not a command though. That's a request. And then once we get where we're going, we'll have the command.
So you're gonna hold it until you need me to hold it.
Yeah,
Is what you mean? Yeah.
that's exactly what I said.
It takes it back.
It dematerializes and awaits your command. Very good. Well done.
All right, so that works. So
I mean, yeah, I should be able to operate it from a distance. So as long as it's on location, the spirits can bring it there. And
should we maybe have a backup plan in case this doesn't work?
that's why we're gonna go get some drones and shit.
Okay, good.
yeah, something off the rack should be just fine.
Yeah.
And duct tape.
Duct tape.
Oh, can I get one of those nifty suits?
Like mine?
Yeah.
It took a few weeks for them to make it custom like that, but yeah, I can introduce you. Maybe after we're done with that job, though.
Yeah. I like the idea of those grenades, but yeah. Yeah. And then Satchel just goes and sits back in the back of Darcy.
All right. Well, with that, then everybody heads over to the Maker Collective, I presume.
Yeah.
As you arrive at the Maker Collective, all the regular, faces that you kind of see from time to time are out there. You've got Alice pushing her shopping cart while her erstwhile bodyguard kind of keeps an eye and makes sure no one messes with her. Folks kind of moving in and out. As you head in, where are we going? What's everyone doing?
That was the name of the shop again.
As you walk in, it's just right up ahead. Most of it's missing, but it's hardwire.
Yeah, hardwire. That's the words I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So be a good place to start for at least like drones and parts.
That was my thought.
Need any more grenades?
That would be probably more the guy at the back for grenades and stuff.
Yeah, he's like, I remember Morton. And he starts,
and he may have some Geiger counters for us. So, if you can ask him about that.
I'll keep that in mind. He's kind of like walks back there.
All right. And then who's going to hardwire? We'll go with that first because it's closest.
It's Ian and Gertrude, and anyone who wants to follow.
I'll tag along. I don't know this place very well.
It's a pretty neat place. You get everything you might need. There's a place for clothes, place for junk and tech. There's the trader at the back who does pretty much everything, all sorts of stuff. It's a very cool place.
All right. So as you are moving up to Hardwire, you see none other than Hardwire himself, the young dwarf. Looks up. Hey guys, what can I do for you?
coming in a little bit last minute, but we could use a few things. Rotodrones, do you have those in stock? Just like basic, like run of the mill.
A basic rotodrone. Let me look and see what I might have in stock. Let's see, rotodrones. He kind of walks into the back, looking for a rotodrone. All right. And well, actually, as a matter of fact, I got one right here. It's one of the MCT models. He kind of moves some things out of the way and actually kind of drags a box kind of out. It's a reinforced sort of box with like a wooden reinforcements on the bottom and top. He pulls the top off, and inside it looks like a brand new roto drone. Yeah, I don't know. This must have been waiting for, someone probably just got this for security, and then everything probably went down, and yeah, it's been. I can't believe no one's thought to ask me for this. It's been back there for a minute. I've been using it as a table. So let me see here. And he pulls out his comlink and does a few calculations. And he's like, this, I'd like to ask five for it. 1,000.
Etienne looks back at Gertrude.
That's about what it costs where I'm from. So I certainly don't want to shortchange your good friend Hardware here. What about, do you have a drone rack that I could put on top of my van? Maybe we can do some sort of bundle thing.
Let's see here. Drone rack. I'm going to go look around for a drone rack. He taps into his little dealy bop to see what's going on. Drones, and racks and drones. Somebody's giggling, thinking about Walker drone racks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. So drone racks. Let's see what we might have in stock for drone racks. Ooh, I don't know. Not looking good on drone racks, but maybe Crater can put something together for you. I mean, yeah. Not last minute though. I'm obviously. But I mean, maybe the two of you could work something out. For the meantime, I don't.
You think that this drone can fit in the van with the rest of us, Etienne?
Oh,
I mean, it's not the biggest drone ever, but
yeah, no, it's fine. We can have it inside. It's just my worry was opening up the van in the situation we were in. I guess we can stop just a little bit earlier. As soon as the Geiger counter starts beeping, we can stop, back up a little bit, and then have it follow us.
And I'll get with Crater so we can work it out later.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you want to go and talk to him for specs and stuff, I'll bring that back in the van. And start maybe getting to work installing my my satellite link somewhere on top, so we can make sure that Matrix is going to work.
I'll help.
All right.
He turns and look at her. Oh, you know?
No, I'm really just there for company.
Well, I mean, it's better than hindrance, so
Maybe you can teach me something.
that if you want, I'll see what I can do.
Okay. All right. So the two of them head out to go replace or go affix a satellite link to the top of Darcy, while it looks like Gertrude is going to go talk to Crater. And before we get to Chris, Satchel, who is going to talk to Morton, we're going to take a really quick 5-minute break for tech. We're going to try and get something sorted out. There's something that's kind of messing with our frame rate or something. So and Tom's gonna work on that real quick. So if you give us 5 minutes, we'll be right back. Okay. Hey, I'm live again, I'm told, or I'm not live again. I'm live again. All right. Hey, that only took 2 minutes. Thanks a lot, Tom. Hopefully that's going to make everything run a little bit smoother on the Twitch side of things. And we were going to go to Satchel, heading back in to speak with Morton. Let's go here and find that guy. I think. There he is. All right. Satchel, moving back. You're moving back into the back of the collective, and you see, the exit, the double doors where they usually bring a lot of stuff in from the back, and then there's sort of this like a teller's cage or something to the left of that, and behind that, of course, you see the face of Morton. He looks up. Oh, hey, Satchel. What's going on? It's been a minute.
Oh, how have you been?
Same old, same old. Can't complain. We're, business is okay.
Yeah, I was just calling, coming by to see if you had any, just smoke grenades.
Just smoke grenades. Smoke.
Not gas, but smoke.
So just smoke.
That.
I do. What are you looking for? Obscuration, or are you looking for signaling? There's also, I've got some thermal blockers. What exactly are you looking for?
I'll take 2 thermals and then just 2 obscuring ones. Don't really need the signals.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy to do. Let me go back there and grab you. You said 2 and 1?
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
It makes it easy.
2 and 2 equals 4. Got it. I'll be right back.
Quick maths.
With that, he heads to the back, of course, where he keeps all of his gear that he's going to sell to you. And then a few moments later, he comes out. He's got a small box. It looks like it's supposed to hold 6, but 2 of the slots are empty. Grenades are all up in there. All right, so you needed 2 thermal, 2 obscuring. That's gonna run you 200 million.
Okay, that sounds good. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you also happen to have capsule rounds?
I do have capsule rounds. How many are you looking for?
Let's go for about 100, and then give me three other clips, 3 empty magazines.
Okay. The magazines are going to be for what? What's the caliber?
For the Keska.
Okay, got it. So that's going to be 15 for the mags. And then you say that you want... I'm going to have to look that up real quick. Capsules. They're back here somewhere. I'm going to go
and some
find
lube
them.
if you can find it.
Some what?
Some lubricant to put in
Okay.
in the capsules.
Interesting. I can dig it. So yeah, he heads back to find you some capsule rounds. It doesn't take him long. He's back out pretty quickly. So how many of? And he's got like a box. There's a box of 100 capsules. So it's 50 for the box, and then 15 for the mags. Do you want me to open the box, or?
I trust you more.
I just mean if you don't want like all 100 of them.
Oh yeah, I do want all 100 of them.
Great. Here you go. So there's 100 capsules for you. There's the magazine, so it's 50, 65 plus 200, and can of lube. We're gonna get this all-purpose. This stuff is slick. I mean, don't be messing around with it at the house, because you're never gonna walk again in your house, right? So just be mindful. This is industrial grade lubricant right here. And don't.
For a good time.
It's industrial. It's for machines and making people like fall and hit their heads, not for like happy fun time at home.
Okay, I got you. I'll keep the socks in the drawer.
Keep socks in the drawer. Absolutely, got it. All right. So yeah, with the loop, I just call it an even 300, huh?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome, great. So
have you heard anything
that he slides
about
everything over?
Oh yeah. And you said you've been keeping an eye out for Bag. Have you heard anything? Celesta came in.
Bag, yeah. They've been looking. I put some feelers out for your brother. I haven't heard much. There's been an influx of new guys working for the mob. I don't know if you know what's going on with the mob locally, but there's been there's a shift of power, and it's kind of coming to a head right about now. There's a couple of bosses. There's like this big high up muckety muck up in Milwaukee that's trying to like, hey, Chicago's mine now. But like the old guys from Chicago, they don't want to give it up. And then like Detroit's muscling in or something. Anyway, something's brewing, and they've been hiring out for folks. And so there's a lot of new faces. None of them's confirmed to be Bag, but that might be a place to kind of start maybe sticking your nose, but carefully, because the mob don't really like folks sticking their nose.
It makes sense. Thank you for the tip, Martin. And then he kind of like makes note of that and slides in his new yen, and then a couple extra for the tip.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Always look out for me, my man. And then he goes to meet up with the rest of the group.
All right. Meanwhile, in kind of over on the side of Hardwires, Crater's in there once again, working really hard on something. Looks kind of like a crossbow, and there's like a big cylinder in the middle. Oh, but there he is, just tooling away at his table like always.
So I knock on some sort of door frame or table or something to try to not startle him.
Hey, you. Oh, come on in. Oh, man. How is everything out there?
It's things. It's actually it's going okay. just running around doing stuff, doing work.
Doing the good work, I hear. I don't hear. I that's just what people say. So anyway, yeah. What what are you looking for today?
So today I'm looking for a drone rack for my van for Darcy.
Drone rack for Darcy.
And they didn't have any out front. I thought maybe the ambulance is definitely not an ambulance. You help me with the ramming plate. For snow plowing.
I bet we have something. Yeah, we could. What kind of are we talking, like an air drone, or like a rolling?
Yeah, so we're looking at the one that we've got is for the MCT Nissan Roto drone.
I know that model. That's a pretty good one. I could so a roof to that not hard. Are you trying to keep it like under, so people can't see it when you're not using it?
I didn't even think about that. I was thinking like vacation racks, where you have the big plastic thing that goes on top. But that sounds better.
Because that would be easy. Easy. The hiding it is gonna be not as easy.
But really smart.
Good. Yes. I bet we could do something today so you have it, and then work on cover. I can sketch something up and see if I can, do a print,
like
blueprint.
blueprints.
Yeah, a blueprint of it, and then we'll and if it works out like it looks good, then we can make that happen.
That sounds awesome. I can help if you need it.
Yeah, if you can think of I mean, if you just tell me kind of what you're looking for, like maybe how many drones, because you didn't have any before, but now you have one. Maybe later you'll want like 2 or 7, and so yeah, you would tell them, and then I could design around your needs, and we can make it work.
Yeah, that sounds great. I will check with the team to see how many drones we're thinking about potentially expanding to, and then I can get back in touch with you about that. If there's something that you can do for today, that would be amazing. But I know you're very busy. If you can't get to it, that's okay too.
No, I definitely can. If you want to bring Darcy around the back, I'll wheel out my my welding torch and stuff. We can we can get you some rails that'll just hold. Everyone will see that you have a drone, but it'll be launchable, and I should be able to land back as long as the pilot's good at can land it.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. I'll go do that right now, and then you let me know how much for today.
Great. I'll drag this stuff out back, and you come, just bring it around. Okay. And then he turns from the item on the table, kind of goes into a back room, and you kind of see that if you look, you kind of see there's a lot of just scrap metal back there that he starts looking through and trying to find like appropriate pieces.
then I will go fetch the van, and we'll let Etienne know that we've got a rack.
Oh,
all right.
Cool.
Racks on racks on racks.
Etienne is at the back of the van in the process of unboxing the rotodrone and checking the specs on the Matrix and trying to see if he has any like built-in corpware that he needs to get rid of to avoid trouble.
All right. Yeah, so if no one else is doing anything inside right now, we'll have
Well,
kind of that.
Oh, am I able to put glue into these capsules myself without making a mess in Darcy, or do I need to go talk to Fluff or someone in Hardwire?
So I'll put it like this. You definitely can, in the same way that I could buy a bunch of capsules and start trying to fill them with glue myself at home. You can do this thing. To the extent to which you do it without or lube without making a mess or, losing half of your stuff or whatever. I don't know.
Okay. Well, then I will go.
Okay, you go straight there. You don't come back to the van.
Yeah. What?
Yeah. Never mind. You're going to do your thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Hardwired and see if they can help me lube up some bullets.
Okay. Yeah. So you head over to Hardwire. So you're going to Hardwire, not Fluff. You mentioned Fluff before.
Oh, who would be the better choice? The drug guy with the lube, or the hardware guy? No, let's go with the hardware guy with the lube. All right.
All right. So you walk into Hardwire. Oh, hey, can I help you, guy? What's up?
Yes. I was just wondering if you could help me install some lubricant into these, and then he just pulls out the box of capsule rounds.
Well, I guess it's not every day. I can. Yes, I've got the tools and everything to kind of do this without wasting a lot of your lubricant. And what? Why are you doing this?
Someone had to ask.
It's a less lethal way of dealing with pursuers, right?
I mean, like I guess so. I can see it, I suppose. Like if you shot the floor as they were chasing you, or if you, I mean, it's not as perfect as just like a layer, but yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay. How many do you want me to fill? And
enough to fill these three magazines for the time being.
Okay.
And then can you show me how to do it for later?
I mean, you can watch, and it shouldn't be too hard. And then if you want to buy the tools to do it yourself, and then you can always store them in the back with where the DIY center is.
Oh yeah.
Sure. That I suppose that does make sense to me. All right. So this is for a Seska, huh? So
Yes, sir.
So you'll be 5 short on the third mag.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I can get this done. About half an hour.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll be back then.
All right.
I mean,
all right.
no, I'll just watch you. Yeah, I'll be here.
Yeah, you're gonna watch. All right. So with that, he starts. He kind of loads it up into, like it looks like one of those Caulkers. He put the lube in the Caulkers gun. I almost said it.
I like how Duran's over here just like,
okay. And it's not exactly what it is, but that's what it looks like, right? It's a little bit thinner at the end, so you can manipulate the capsule rounds. Okay. Back into myself. All right, so outside, Darcy, you're bringing Darcy around for Crater to load up to fix what he's going to fix. And when you get back there, he does indeed have he's got his welding torch with the big fuel tank and his mask and gloves and everything, so he can get it all done. He's also got what appears to be several long poles, steel poles, that some of them may at one time have had a have been like painted or had, but most of that's been cleaned off. So it's not the most uniform looking, but it does look like he's found the most sturdy pieces that he could. And let's see, where'd it go? There it is. So, all right. And he gets to work on it. And it takes about an hour and a half. So inside, Hardwire finishes with your stuff and you go out front with your capsule rounds, like the van's not there. Where do they go? And let's see. So after he's done with everything, he just kind of looks over and this it'll work for what you need now. And what it looks like, it looks like he's got like a line on that runs across from front to back on Darcy for support, and then it like angles up. So at the front, it looks like there's like almost a ramp of poles, and then at the end, it's got like a catchment system, and so you can hook the drone in. And I mean, it's really utilitarian. It's not like gonna launch the drone out or anything. It's you start the drone up, and then when it's powered up, it can like just lift itself up and out. And then to land, it just kind of comes back and just sets itself down. So really kind of rudimentary sort of thing. That should do it for now. When we work on the other stuff, I can we'll put it all together. I'll probably need to get some specialized parts and electronics to go with it, but it shouldn't be any harder than building a launch pad for rockets. I did that before. I'm a
well, that's why I don't trust anyone but you to help me spruce up Darcy.
Yeah, I was used to do.
Speaking of which, I'm sorry, Etienne pops out of the van. He's like, I got this satellite link that I think we talked about, like maybe installing on the roof. That shouldn't be too hard, but
you want me to weld a little thing on there so you could stick it on there?
If Gertrude's okay with it.
Yeah, I heard duct tape will work just fine.
Actually, let me see that.
Give him the satellite.
I'll be right back. He goes inside. Round now, Satchel realizes you haven't left him and finds everybody in the back with the Julio frame drone rack on the top of Darcy. About 10 minutes later, he comes back out, and the satellite link is now inside of it's like affixed into a casing, and then the bottom is just like flat, right? Like a flat microphone stand almost. So you can take it back out, and he kind of shows you how you can clips it, and it kind of comes out. But you put it back, and that's a magnetized base for you.
Ooh.
There, guy. Yeah, that.
How do they work?
Magnets. I don't know. It's a miracle. Miracle of magnets. Okay.
No, hey, Satchel, did you get the Geiger counters?
I know I forgot something.
I've been waiting like 15 to 20 minutes for him to come back to the van so I can tell him that, so he has to go back.
Fuck, I'll be right back. And he just kind of like makes his way downtown, walking fast. Makes his pass, and he's gagging around.
All right, who are you getting Geiger counters from?
I'm going to go back to Hardwired, see if they have.
Okay. Geiger counters, yeah, I've got some of those. Yeah, I give you. I mean, you just the Geiger counter. You're not looking for any other sort of additional functionality at all, or.
And I'm like boop boop boop. They're like I hit the end up on the comm. I'm sorry, just one second.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do we need any kind of extra bells and whistles on these Geiger counters, or is this any kind of counter?
Wait a second. Hey, Gertrude, what kind of sensor array do you have in the van? Could we use an extra one? Extra functionality?
Yeah, I don't have a whole. I mean, I've got standard sensors on the van, but it's pretty old school. Maybe biomonitors would be good for everyone.
What about something that'll detect the toxins in the air?
Yeah, could add toxins to them. Yeah.
Oh no, that's.
And then
good.
I hit the speakerphone, hit the speakerphone button, and I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, Geiger counter and toxin sensor should do it. We can get 2 of those. That'd be
Okay. Let's see. That's gonna be a 1, 2, 3. So, and you want these? These are gonna be handheld.
Yeah.
Hand.
Let's use magnets.
Ooh.
Well, unless you got any magnet coupler that we can stick on the car again.
Do magnets work with these things?
I mean, I've got some magnet cup. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, how many of these you want?
2.
Those.
2. All right. That's 600 Nuyen and 50 for the couplers. You want 2 couplers or just one? It's 25 each.
Just the one.
All right, 625.
All right, Etienne is going to wire the credits right through through his phone. There you go.
Do like coins like leap out of the screen or something?
No, he just scans the barcode, and there you go.
All right. So you make the transfer, and now you've got 2 handheld sensors. They have little things on them, little beepy bops and boopy blips, and that don't make any sense to Satchel, but you're sure that your more hardware savvy folks will. And there you go. So now you've got your satellite link. You've got a Geiger counter with atmosphere sensor and toxin detection. So that's a rating 3 handheld sensor. 2 of those, and the 1 additional magnet case for one of the Geiger counters, and then finally the drone rack with drone. Quite fruitful.
All right, made it.
Nico, did you need any treats for your spirit?
Well, he didn't seem upset, so I don't think so. But if he does get upset, I will.
You do have spirit snacks, apparently. That's your reagents. Those are just little magical things, right? So you can use them to do various things. and I'll make I'll need to make you a little like cheat sheet for all the things you can use those for.
Awesome. And it's sad that Kite is not here because when he was doing his one-stop shop thing, he had all these cool little magical trinkets that I could buy. But I'm pretty sure there's nobody else in the collective selling those. So, wah, wah.
Well, we're working for a guy that does sell those, so maybe after that we.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. But isn't he all the way like on the other side of the CZ?
I mean.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to bring the canister back to him when we're done. So.
I was talking about in preparation for the. But I know one thing we do got: lots of lube.
Apparently, looking forward to see what you're gonna do with that, buddy.
Oh, he said that staring directly at Satchel.
Oh, and that only used like a third of the pail, so you still have 2/3 of that pail.
Oh, okay. So let's see how the slip and slide adventures go.
Oh my!
All right.
And then Nikos never stopped smiling after for the rest of the trip.
So Satchel just returns to being quiet and sits back in the bed.
Lovely. So with that, I imagine everybody is hopping into Darcy and heading on down towards Cermak.
Didn't somebody make a mess in Darcy earlier? I'm sorry. That's my last one. That's my last one. I swear. I'm sorry.
All right. The drive back takes you through one of the checkpoints. Who does not have a sin? I believe that's most of you. That's going to be under your social tab. All right. As you come up to this particular checkpoint, you do notice that it is manned. There's a Lone Star patrol car, kind of just parked there. The emergencies are flashing. It looks impromptu. It's not like a building. Like a lot of the other checkpoints, when you go through, they've actually like set up some hard structure there. This is just 2 Lone Star officers, couple sawhorses, and a pole just kind of going across the middle of the road, and then their cars over to the side, and look like they're just waiting for someone to drive through as you're kind of coming down the road, Darcy there.
As we come up to the checkpoint, I'm loading my new rounds into my Keska. I mean, we're in the van. He can't see me, right?
I mean,
So I'll slow down to the checkpoint and roll down the window, like halfway, not the whole way.
What's your business in the CZ today, ma'am?
We're a mobile medical unit going in to do some charity work.
Looks like you got a rather large drone kind of propped up there. You got a license for that drone?
I cast Mob Mind to take control of his thoughts.
So Mob Mind, is that the thought control one, or is
the magician seizes control of the target's mind and directing everything the target thinks.
Let's. Only because I didn't think you had that one. I know you have control thoughts. You have Mob Mood, which changes the mood of them. You can cause them to have love, hate, rage, despair, niceness, whatever. And it will give them dice pool penalties.
It's way less fun, though.
You can control one person's mind, but and then you can control the other person's mind while you're controlling the first person's mind. It's just there's a negative to that particular one.
How many are in this check step?
There's only two guys here.
Good enough.
All right. So while you're going to roll a, so when you click the button to do the spell, you're going to click that button. It's going to ask you if you have any modifiers. You do not. It's going to then, and it's going to ask you the force. And it might not be in that order. And it's going to ask you the force, and you're going to say the force. Now, the force limits how many hits you can get, which in this particular spell also like determines how strong the hold is and how hard it is for them to break it.
And am I doing the mob control, or am I doing control thoughts on this one?
You're doing control thoughts if you're trying to actually take over their mind. If you're doing, and then mob mood is the other spell that allows you to do the emotions.
I'll try this one first. Okay, so I haven't done Roll20 with Shadowrun. Where do I click? Oh, there's the button. All right, no modifiers. Got it. Force. Force 6.
That's a relatively normal and safe. Oh, that is 0 hits, and then you have to hit that drain button to see if you have suffered any.
I would like to post edge.
Okay, you can post edge. So when you do a post edge, what you're going to do is you're just going to roll the amount of dice by clicking the dice button up top.
So I had 6 die, right?
6 should be more than 6. Why'd you only roll 6?
I just clicked the button. I have no idea how many I rolled.
Let's see here.
That could have been the problem.
Casting force. So you click that, and it does that, and it does this. Find out what happened here. Yeah, it's only rolling 6. It should definitely roll a lot more than 6. Let's find out why. Do. You've got magic.
Isn't she heard from what happened last time? She also ran into the check for wound penalties. Might be source of some of these messes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I might be a bit woozy over here. Need some sweet tea.
That would take care of 2 of them. She'd still be rolling a lot more dice. Conjuring, enchanting, sorcery. Let me try something here real quick. Let's try something real quick.
Did someone say something about sweet tea?
Oh, yes. It's what I live on, sweetheart.
Okay.
Maybe that's why you feel faint.
I've been getting diabetes.
The sugars.
The BTs.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if this does it. I think I found the problem. The problem, I believe, is that it's not recognizing the group. So go ahead and hit that control thoughts again. 0 and
Rerolls every word.
All right, so that's a lot better. And yes, that's all the dice.
Droids you're looking for.
Yes, and that did roll all the dice. So,
yay!
Go ahead and hit that drain just to see how much drain you take. That did not use any edge. So on the dice roll on the side, it actually has a little dice icon next to where it says drain 5.
In the chat.
I see it. Yep. Not bad. Well.
Ouch. So that's 4 stun damage that you're taking as a result of casting this spell.
Great.
However, I believe you have a force reroll from Randy.
I would use
Roger,
that.
So, go ahead and just hit that drain
Okay.
button again.
Yeah?
That's much better.
Yeah, much better. Much better.
Yes. And while we're at it, give me a body willpower.
Okay.
Because it's been a couple of hours, so you would have, and at least one of those hours would have been restful. You didn't do anything except stand around and talk.
Oh, so do I get rid of my stuff too?
If you have if you've taken stun damage, you can make one body willpower roll and reduce your stun damage by the amount of hits. So 2, 3, 4. Great. See, that's so much better. Awesome.
I mean, I really did nothing because I really just watched Etienne work. So.
Right. So now that that's all done. Ooh, did I just close that again? I did. I'm horrible at Roll20.
Feel better than me.
All right. So what are you doing?
So I'm telling him, yes, these people obviously need drones to go look for medical victims to help them. So it's like the most intuitive thing in the world. Yeah, I totally get that.
It doesn't look like you have any weapons on that thing, so I can't. And this look, everything looks good here. Meanwhile, on the other side, he's like, "What, Roy? We're not going to check anything? Everything seems to be in order. Yeah, just let's move the thing out of the way and they have him go through." All right. And then he moved the thing out of the way and he's like, steps back and.
I give a big smile and say, "Thank you so much, officer. You have a good day now." And then drive.
Okay.
Before anyone changes their mind.
All right. Are you going to maintain the hold on that spell whilst?
I'll give it at least, another 60 seconds for it to really dawn on him, like, huh, did that make sense? But
so the thing is control thoughts is actually you make them believe it's their own thoughts as opposed to just controlling them like a puppet.
Yes.
Right. So there's a difference in how that kind of works so controlling them like a puppet, you actually make them do things and they know that's not what they're trying to do. And so they're aware. Control thoughts is you actually are putting the thought into their head so that then they just do the thing that because they think it's their own idea.
That's much nicer.
Even if it's horrible. And then the only reason people know it's control thoughts is when other people see, or if you make them do something that's just totally outside of the norm, then they'll know that they're mind control to do it. But something like this,
I don't think I probably need to keep holding it then. I think he'd probably think like, yeah, that made sense at the time.
Why didn't I ask for a bribe before I did that? Yeah. So easy enough. And then you continue driving on through and head down into the deeper parts of the CZ. Now, the Cermak crater, as you know, is located just kind of outside the loop, the main part of the Shadow Graves. And the background count for those who are magic is slowly rising until it gets to about a 2, which means that anything that you cast, it triggers as if you cast it at 2 force less, but you still suffer drain at the force that you cast it. And anything that has a force is reduced by 2. So if you have a focus or something, and it's a focus 4, it is now a focus 2. Spirits, if it's a force 8 spirit, is now a force 6 spirit, and it's a little bit unhappy and uncomfortable, but not so much so that you're worried about it for Nico. How close are you wanting to get?
So I'm thinking that it's probably going to be easiest to just get as close as we can. And then that way Nico's spirit doesn't have to go quite so far, and if the drone has to go in, that it doesn't have to fly that far.
Wait, before you shit, I should have got another one of those couplers. But before we get closer, maybe if we want to try the spirit, maybe we should get the device itself out of the van. If we put spirit with it, like the spirit can go through the wall of the van, but the magical Geiger counter won't.
That's a good point.
I can levitate things if that helps.
Alley-oop it?
But we'd still have to open the door to get it out, and that's what we're trying to avoid.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I'm asking how close you're getting. So you can get close to it, like maybe 2-3 blocks away, or you can, be half a mile away and not be in the radiation zone at all, right? So,
well, we can,
and both of those are well within range of both spirit and drone.
I suggest we made a stop first to get the counter out to give it to the spirit.
Here's my thing: the spirit. You said he went from an 8 to a 6. Does he go like from a 6 to a 4, and then a 4 to a 2? The closer he gets to the space, or that's just what he is?
It depends. It depends. It is possible that the closer you get to the crater, the higher the background count will climb until it reaches an apex.
Is there a way that we can foresee that?
Go and check out the manosphere yourself, or you could say, "Hey, go until." Like go until it reaches a certain level and then come back and tell me that, it's too much, or so, you know what I mean? If it gets to his level, he will discorporate. And
But so he can't there's no perception test or sensing, anything like that we can do.
You not from the distance. You got to be in the area, and you would have to look around to count what it's like.
Are we already in the area though?
We're getting close.
Well, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about how close you guys are, and whether you want to stop first before you get really close to get ready.
We've already been in this same atmosphere, though, right?
You are not. You're about right now. You're about a mile to half a mile away.
I don't mean when I say the same atmosphere. I don't mean the exact same. I mean this atmosphere is similar to the toxic shamans.
You've been closer. Yes, you've been closer to the crater than this before, and that number was a little worse than it is now.
That number was worse than what we're seeing.
That number was a little bit worse than it is now, and that wasn't right up by the crater. So it might be more by the crater.
I mean, once again, I'm no specialist in magic. I've just learned from watching you guys. But can't you go with your spirit out of your body?
You can do that too. You can project and then go yourself and see what it's like.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, so we'll park the van so that you know where we are.
Okay.
You go and have a look with your spirit, and you come back.
No. I'm just gonna go by myself.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not gonna dissipate.
Yeah, you will not discorporate.
I won't dissipate. She said hopefully, and then at that point, when she says hopefully, then she gets the eyebrow. But she gets the Nico eyebrow. Yeah. Okay. And then,
all right. So, raising up into out of your body and kind of into the air, you do notice that the very air around here, there's like a gray brown miasma that is sort of just, and it makes your projected skin crawl a little bit, but it's not too bad. So you start heading in the direction, and you can kind of see it get thicker as it goes towards the crater area. And so as you're going in that direction, go ahead and make a sensing
test. Yes, it was already ready. Boom.
Okay.
Do I have markers?
No.
I have some pens.
Definitely not you. No. In the van, anybody got a marker?
You better not. Nico's gonna be mad. That's all, I'm warning you now. He's gonna be mad.
What did we learn last time?
So as Nico approaches, you can feel the background count getting higher and higher until it gets to a point where you're like nearly overwhelmed. Just like that you could keep going closer and it's not going to kill you or hurt you. You just really feel like you would have to. It'd be like sprinting super hard after you've already got done with a 100-meter sprint. That would be like the effort to cast a spell.
You mean like walking to the corner store?
So, not Nico. Like just regular people, like after you've already like exerted yourself and then you have to like exert yourself again, that would be kind of like the amount of effort you would need to cast a spell. You would say it's somewhere around, for game mechanics terms, 6 near the crater. Out of infinity, but I mean 6 means that it's going to reduce everything by 6. So your Spirit 8 is going to become a 2. If you cast a Force 8 spell, it comes out as a Force 2.
And this is actually at the center, or this is just
right up at the edge of the crater. You can see like inside this cylinder of like that rises up from the crater to as far as you can see. It's so like whatever that is way higher than just even on the outside of it. Like because it's just like that miasma is kind of thick here, but then it's almost like soup, inside. Looking at it from the astral.
So then I'm sucked back in my body and I go,
you okay?
Yeah, that's just the reaction my body has when someone plots marker destruction. Then I slowly look at Satchel.
And then Satchel is kind of like, shifty eyes.
And then I was like, yeah, dude, we can't go in there. Me and my spirit. It's gonna be a bad look. He's gonna never summon for me again. Or if he does summon for me, I'm not gonna have nearly enough treats. So I mean, we can get right up to it, but I don't think that's smart. Because he'll probably be overwhelmed, especially if he goes in the middle of the crater. We
don't have to go in the crater. Just at the edge is fine. That's where we have the Geiger counter thing. That's real.
Right. Well, maybe I can just throw it from here and see how far it goes.
No. Okay, we'll do the drone.
I did some push-ups this morning, dude.
But that's not. We need it back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
once again, I'm not an expert, but do push-ups work when you're not in your body? Like, is it your strength of mind that? You know what? Never mind. That's just
push-ups.
Yeah.
Just attach it to the drone and then maybe drive closer to avoid noise and fly it right there.
Yeah. All right.
So it gets out of the van with a sealed suit just in case, even though they're not close enough for it yet. And he climbs on top of the van and tries to install the little machine onto the drone.
Right, so give me either hardware or engineering, aeronautics engineering, I guess.
Let's go for hardware.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to affix the device to the drone. The only issue that you kind of can see is how to turn it on, like right when you get to the edge, rather than rather than turning it on now and then hoping that the minute or two that it takes to get there doesn't mess with anything.
I got an idea for that. I do have a data tap on hand, so maybe I could install that on the device and then it would activate it on the matrix. Isn't that the purpose of a data tap? It's usually for wires, but maybe I'm
Okay. So go ahead and give me another hardware test. However, this is going to be a 3 on the difficulty because it's tech. You don't know this tech, right? So
Yeah, okay.
you could open up the wrong thing and just break it. So it's going to be a 3, and don't glitch.
I'm gonna keep my edge ready. Someone in the chat gave me one earlier. My the good friend Nado. So if I need it, I'll use it.
All right.
Oh no, I'm good.
All right. So yeah, you managed to kind of install the data tap onto it, and now you can get that button. You know you can press the button just with a wireless command. Yeah. So it's all set. It's ready.
I get back in the van, and everyone, we're good. I had to add a little thing on there, but we can get closer, fly it to the edge of the crater, and I should be able to do everything we need to do via matrix connection.
Okay.
All right. So with that, what we're going to do right now is we're going to take our 10-minute break mid-show, and then we will get spun up and see what happens with the drone and the device and everything over at the crater. So stay tuned, and we'll be back. All right, we are back just in time for Jen to jump on. We were having a nice conversation behind the scenes about what would happen if you got rid of this musician or that musician, what happened to music. It was very lively, and then we had to come back and see what happens at the Cermak crater, because that's what's really important.
This is true.
So, all right. So with that, Thomas, are you brushed up on your controlling drones via remote control skills?
Not that much, but we can do that right now. That's true. Our driver is not full rigor. Then forget that. That's yes. Okay. It's not a slight against you.
At least not right now.
Gertrude's
yeah, well, if you get mad at me for wrecking the drone, then maybe we're going to have a different discussion.
All right. So who is flying the drone?
Satchel. Satchel raises his hand.
I'm going to go with a hard no on that.
It's to control it via matrix like that, to give it orders. It's logic based, isn't it? I remember correctly.
It is logic based.
There we go. So I guess I'm gonna. Etienne is gonna pop a psyche pill before we get in, and Danny will be ready for that. You know, helps with concentrations and stuff. It's just for the job. Just for the job.
For the job. Okay. Your handling is a 4. So as long as you're not trying to run away from something in a straight line as fast as you can, that is our limit for control.
Okay.
And there you go.
Oh yeah, a little token of a flying drone. Neat. Okay, since I don't have piloting flying drones, unfortunately, that's going to be... I'm just going to wing it.
Is there any way I can help him with that, since I do have the pilot aircraft skill?
You can fly the drone yourself. There's no reason that Etienne has to fly it. You can just do it remote control through your comm link as well.
But do you have the skilled pilot aircraft?
I do.
Oh, so maybe you should be driving it instead of me.
Remember when she stole? Remember when Gertrude stole that VTOL?
I borrowed it and I gave it back.
She did give it back.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, I forgot about who was driving. I was just like freaking out because I had to jump out of it and then back in it. It's,
right.
I was a little bit under stress. So yes, Gertrude, you should drive it. I don't know if I can send my agent to help you on the Matrix side, but
actually, let me check one thing. No, I'm sorry. It is gonna be okay. Yeah, so it's as the action, so piloting, limited by the data processing also of your device. So whatever your comlink is that you're running it through. So as long as your comlink is at least a 4 higher, then it is the same. It's a wash on that. Or you can use electronic warfare plus intuition. Sleaze would be the limit on it in that case. But
I mean, I know electronic warfare, but not much. What about you, Darcy? Gertrude?
Darcy does not know electronic warfare, and I don't either. She holds out her comlink, and it's the one you said that was really bad, the Rinraku Sensei. That's what I've got.
Okay. It's not that bad.
Okay.
But I guess you could use my deck. That's I can set it up so it's as easy as it can to fly the thing. Switching stuff around to have a decent data processing.
If you think that'll work, I'm much more used to stick jockeying, so.
I mean, if you have one laying around, I can plug it in. It's gonna work.
I don't have anything like that really in Darcy. I was not prepared for this. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. So what you do have? Let's see what exactly Gertrude does have for flying this sort of device. So you've got your. Yeah, I don't think you've got the okay, you've got that, so you must have eyes. Must be eyes somewhere. Do. No eyes. Yeah, Gertrude is operating not necessarily. Oh, you can jack in.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought I had a data jack.
Yep, you can jack in. So yeah, when you're jacked in, you are like it's not like a control rig where you are the drone, but you can definitely set yourself up a sort of a HUD interface with your eyes closed where you are flying the drone and seeing out the
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And we can have you go through my deck so you have better limits. And there you go.
All right, so you are now flying this drone as if you are a little pilot inside the drone flying it.
Amazing.
Yep. Everyone else here, Gertrude, sitting with your eyes closed in the thing with the comlink on your lap, but or a.
Does anyone have a marker?
Isian is going to get in to see if he can help her too. So Isian is like they're sitting, both of them in the front seat, and the deck is in between them, and there's wires coming from the deck to their head.
Okay, yeah, sure. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start flying it. I'd say you moved a little closer, right?
We did because he made the comment about being closer to because of noise.
Right. So you can get about a 1/4 mile. So the noise is going to be about a 2 based off of that, and then another one for just for the atmosphere and everything for this first roll. So you're at -3.
I would be running Signal Scrub, and we do have a sat link on the top of the van.
Okay. So now you're running at a -0. You're full up.
All right, so that's a pilot aircraft roll for me.
Yep, a standard pilot aircraft roll.
Right.
You are able to fly the drone in a straight line from the van to the crater without crashing. Awesome.
There's no curves in the sky. Good job.
You can make your choice of perception or electronic warfare and intuition rolls to get a sense of what you're seeing as you're flying in that direction.
I would go for perception, only because I don't have electronic warfare.
Can we back her up on her perception?
You can make your own perception or electronic warfare tests if you're seeing what she's seeing.
Let's go for electronic warfare then.
So as you're kind of flying overhead, coming in a little bit from the east, you can see that there's just rubble and old burnt out hulks of vehicles all along the road. Definitely would be impossible to drive a large vehicle, unless it was like a tank or a monster truck, right? Into this area. And you can see the crater ahead. It's just this big hole. And as you're getting closer to it, just from this height, there's definitely like an area around the crater that's just clear of any debris. And then it gets back into like broken down buildings and other like rocks and lumps of whatever just kind of strewn all throughout. It's just been decimated, really. And as you approach the crater itself, you do feel a spike in the noise. As far as Etienne recognizes it for what it is. For Gertrude, it just feels like something's fighting the controls a little bit. Not too much between the signal scrub and the sat link. But further rolls at this point are going to be at -2, even with the signal scrub, unless you have another thing to mitigate noise. Yeah.
Not that I know of.
I have a white noise generator. Does that help?
Yes.
You get a message in your comlink. No.
More noise, not less.
Yeah. So we're going to need a roll for you to kind of get that drone to the edge of the crater and then just hovering there for the time period. So go ahead and give us that with a -2, which shouldn't be too tough either. All right. Yeah, you get the roto drone down to the edge of the crater, and as you're like getting to the position where you kind of want to push that button, but then oh, there it is.
But then what? God damn it!
But then let me go ahead and make this roll.
Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Something's awry.
Someone's spitting this spin curd.
What?
Southern isn't really my thing.
Okay. Something whacks into the drone from behind, knocking it forward into like where it's over the crater itself. The noise spikes here to a -6 with all of your other stuff. And it doesn't seem to, like, nothing registers damage necessarily. It's just like something bumped it really hard and shoved it forward.
Okay, can we run through the sensor again to see what's that, or just look?
Yeah, so the sensor is your view, so you can spin the drone, or probably spin the drone in this case. The settings, the other sensors on the drone are really The ones that are like atmospherics are just spiking really high. There's the audio sensor on it that is not. It didn't pick up any sound, but now you hear something like children giggling. Just like this kind of like really like a reverb echoed like
Etienne's persona on the Matrix turns to lock eyes with Gertrude's persona, and even behind the neo-anarchist mask, you can see his eyes are very big.
Planes don't make those noises. That is not a plane noise. I can confirm, not a plane noise.
How about we send messages to the mages of the group so they can maybe send... Yeah, let me do that. And so everyone that's not in the Matrix is going to get like messages from Etienne saying something, we think it's a spirit or something magical is attacking the drone and giggling like children. Can our arcane members go and check that out? I mean, we don't see anything. We can just hear.
So then I switch to astrovision, and I just peek my head out of the roof. I'm sorry.
So you're a quarter mile away. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So even peeking your head out of the roof, it's
so I'll go into astro. I'll go into astro mode, but I'm gonna creep over there. I'm not gonna like go fast.
I can see distant scenes with clairvoyance. Maybe that would work.
You get another message. Yeah, maybe it would.
All right.
And then I go back into my body.
All right, so you're going to cast clairvoyance.
Both would help. Both would help if we can. All the eyes. Yes, all the eyes.
Well, if one's a little bit more risky because I'm vulnerable to attack if I'm in astro mode and she's not. So if that's smarter for her to do that.
She will send her eyes there, but if you can send your spirit there, you'll be able to see if it's a spirit hiding in the astral.
And the spirit will be able to see me.
That's true.
If it's attacking your drone, it's probably gonna attack me, and I'll be dead.
Meanwhile, the drone itself, what is going on with the drone itself? Are you flying it out of the way or leaving it where it's at, or?
I think I would try to get it back towards the edge of the crater to see if I can get it away from what's going on, because my goal is to try and I've got to keep it steady for 15 minutes to collect that data.
Indeed.
So I'd like to get out of this weird turbulence.
Do I have any modifiers?
-6. You do have a modifier here. It is a 3, so it's -3 to the roll, and whatever force you cast it at, it's going to cast as if it's 3 less.
So maybe 8, maybe 9. I don't know. I'm gonna do 8.
Ooh, and only 3 train. That's pretty good.
Okay.
She has a fetish, if I remember well. She's using magic wand or.
Yep. I'm just waiting for the supercut of this episode, the Brazzer supercut.
It's all you're gonna hear is like lube, 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 lube.
No, not that kind of magic gree and thing.
Oh, my bad.
All right. Yay. So you have it, and you now have a sensor. It's kind of outside of the vehicle. 4, 6. You're able to raise it pretty high in the sky to kind of see what you can see over there, but getting it closer, it doesn't have the greatest range. You've got about 36 meters you can get it away from you and kind of use it in that sense. You can see in the distance the drone is over in the crater itself, but there's not anything else that you can see with it. The clairvoyant spell is actually seeing just the physical area around, so you don't get a sense of what's in the astral. And you can sort of just maintain that spell there for a while and see if you end up seeing anything else. But for now, go ahead and hit that drain and see if you take any of the drain from the 3. And let's have Gertrude make that pilot test at -6.
And I'm going to pre-edge it with one of the edge from chat.
All right.
And so I'll tell Nico, well, I couldn't see anything, so you might have to go astrally out.
And then Nico like screams a curse word. He didn't scream it, but he just he says one. And then he sits down, he puts his back to the wall, and he positions himself directly towards Satchel. And then he goes into his astral mode. And then but I said I don't want to like just fly over there. I want to like tiptoe-ish. So do I need to roll anything? Do I need to sneak or anything like that one time?
Stealth. Yeah, you're trying to sneak on the scene, I think. So
go ahead and make a stealth check if you're like going between. So you're not flying like in from above. You're coming kind of through the buildings and stuff.
Yeah, I'm more like weaving low.
Okay. Got it. So make a stealth check and then make a perception check.
Where's stealth at? It's sneaking.
Sneaking. Yep, sneaking.
Yeah.
Isn't there some way where I can do that and like do I don't have to keep doing it? Didn't we talk about that? I could just do it like once.
No, you just do it. You do it whenever like I feel like something has happened that makes that changes the situation.
Ooh, that was a good roll. Ooh, I am officially Astral Ninja. Okay, know that. And then perception would be down here. That's pretty decent.
It is. So as you're kind of coming through, trying to get there from not above, so maybe you could sneak up on something, you suddenly realize that in the opening, like between some of the cars and like just various places on the ground, there's a bunch of like astral pods, maybe. Just sort of well, you don't know, but it's like it's looking at astral bean. That's about as big as a like a mastiff, you know? Like
these are words that I don't know.
A mastiff is a big dog, really big dog.
Okay. I know that word.
A bean is a vegetable type thing that you get.
It's a legume.
Yeah, like a.
So I'm seeing dog-sized beans.
Yeah, I mean you're not close enough to them to like really get a look at what the shape is, but they're like lying on the ground, just interspersed. A lot of them. You can see like 5 right from where you're at. And they're not moving. They're not doing anything. But you see.
Can I sense one of these beans?
You sure can.
Okay. Oh! And then when he senses this time, for some reason, he just feels a swell of a sentiment. That happens.
A swell
of
a sentiment.
His astral form just has one of these moments at first.
What I would like you to also roll is a magical threats knowledge check.
He never just lets. Every time I feel my power, he's like, "All right, mage, show you." Magical threats would be on
knowledge skill. So make sure you're going to your
knowledge. That's why I couldn't see.
Right.
Oh, I don't have that button.
Okay, 1 second.
I'm kidding. I have it. I'm kidding. I have it. Yes.
Awesome. That is what you wanted to see.
Okay.
So what is the bean that you were looking at? Well,
Voss is the bean.
First of all, it is definitely an awakened thing, whatever it is. It is magic.
Okay.
The next thing is that it's sleep.
But it's alive.
It's alive, but it's
not
sleep.
An object. Okay.
It's asleep. There are no cybernetics.
Okay. Ooh.
It is a spirit.
So all of these are spirits.
They're all spirits.
And they're sleeping.
Yes.
Damn.
Their magic or force is not quite as powerful as yours.
Yes. But there's
a lot of them. So it's like 5. Like where you're a 6, they're like a 5.
Okay.
And they're not just asleep. You would say that they're like a coma, actually, like almost in a coma.
I like comas. I know how to deal with comas.
So, and I say like a coma, like it's not a coma whereas you know they're not going to wake up. It's like a coma in that it's not just sleeps. Maybe it's a hibernation or something like. So maybe like something could wake them up, but right now they're not awake, and whatever would trigger maybe waking up, you don't know what that is.
The more you describe this coma, the more it sounds like a nap.
Like a deep hibernation. So you're pretty sure if you just like walked by quietly, it wouldn't do anything. But if you poked it with a stick, maybe that'll wake it up.
Right. Like a bear. So it's a bear dog bean spirit.
Not at all, but
it's a dog that's a bean and a spirit that hibernates like a bear.
It's some sort of creature that is curled in on itself to make it have that bean shape.
Is it a griffin?
It is not a griffin.
I can't tell. Can I roll again? If I roll again, will I know like what type of spirit?
So under your magical threats, you do remember that the big thing that happened in Chicago was bug spirits.
Oh my God!
This is the reason this crater is here is because there was a hive of bugs here that they blew up with the crater.
And I'm in the middle of them.
And right now you're not in the middle of them, but you're like 5 feet away from one, and then there's a bunch like scattered ahead of you.
Aren't bug spirits like the big bad of the Shadowrun RPG?
You don't want to mess with them, and you definitely don't want to mess with the 5 you see and however many more you don't see.
Okay, so then I astral mess myself. And then after I astral mess myself, I did only number 1 though, not number 2. And then but how far am I from where the drone is?
You are probably about 30 to 40 meters from the drone.
Can I see it?
I mean, not really, because it's a drone and there's like all the like interference in the way, but do make a perception check real quick.
Okay. I'm terrified. Like it's weird. I got like actually scared for 5 seconds. Then I was like, dude, you're not actually surrounded by bugs. Like when you said bugs, I was like
the
wondering.
Power of role playing.
I know. I was like, when are we going to encounter these bugs that I heard about like 5 months ago? And then it just freaked me out. Okay, perception test. I just did it again.
All right. Over by the crater, you do see a diminutive sort of form, kind of dart between 2 objects that you can't see behind. Vaguely human shaped. Not as big as these pods, but it definitely is alive, and it dashed across a thing, and then you don't see it again.
So there's something over there. Let me decide what I'm about to do, because I feel like I'm gonna do something, because I don't like what's happening around me.
As you're working on that, so what happened at the drone is as you turn and tried to come out of the crater, the bottom of the drone clipped the edge of the crater and sent it kind of down to it kind of like, then the rotors kind of clipped and it spun it up, and it just, the way it spun launches the device. It just kind of centrifugally forces it off the thing, and you're able to right yourself, and you're not in the crater anymore, but you can see the device is just there on the ground, about 10 feet from the edge of the crater.
Can I sneak closer?
Motherfucker.
Can you
Sorry, Etienne.
You can get as close as you want, yes.
I'm saying, do I have to roll again, or can I you'll just give me just whatever? So I'm gonna sneak closer.
You got like, yeah, you're gonna need to roll again, because like seeing those bug spirit things freaked you out so much that you like got to get yourself together again and make the roll.
Okay, while he does that, I have a question. Did I have the chance when we got there, before we get whacked, did I have the chance to turn on the device? or is it still?
You can turn on the device at any time. It's still the data tap is still hooked into the device.
Okay, so it was turned on when we got there, and then it got reading from inside, and
no. I mean, you turned it on whenever you wanted to. So the guy wants you to have it at the edge of the crater, facing into the crater for the duration, and then to pick it up after. So the plan was to get the roto drone up and then turn it on and just kind of hold it there. But just before you turned it on, that's when something shoved it.
Okay, well,
so
now
that point, you can have turned it on. And now it's just on the ground off to the side.
He turns it on.
Okay.
And he's going to try and, like, as much as possible, download the data for it. So if we can get the device back, maybe we can get the data back. If that's possible, you tell me.
So you don't understand what readings he's trying to get. It is taking readings of something, and you are able to get those readings, but you don't know how to read them. You don't know what it's trying to do, and you don't know if there's anything else on the device that's supposed to that's important to go with them. So it's like you can't even tell if it's getting the right readings right now.
That's fair, but I'm still gonna do that just in case we don't get to pick it back up.
Right. Okay, so with that,
I rolled, by the way.
You got a 3.
Kanika. Okay.
Kanika.
Okay. I mean, it's a little ratchet. We can do it.
Oh,
it is what it is.
All right.
And it what it is.
Moment. All right, I am going to switch up our map here for you. This might take a moment to load, but
Kablooey.
Frantically searching for a pen, by the way, looking in all the little nooks and crannies. Now that everybody's unconscious in the van,
I'm telling you, you're gonna regret it if you do this to Nico. He's literally a gang liaison. Don't you forget it.
Okay, so at the bottom right-hand corner of the map is where you're coming in from.
Right here.
So you can see, yes, you can see yourself there. You're in the astral.
Okay.
And yeah, you're in the astral, and you can see in front of you some beans.
Like here are the beans?
Here are the beans.
Okay, but I'm here.
You're here.
Oh, okay.
Maybe behind the car though, but there's actually a lot of cars and other things for you to hide behind. So
right. Okay. Cool.
Representation.
Gotcha.
So there's all the beans.
Are these little green things the beans?
Yes. If you zoom in on them, you will see the beanness of the beans.
Oh my God, I'm so creeped out. Okay, but those are the only beans
that you see.
That I see. Okay. Well, I wanna like astral over here.
And then over here is where the drone was. Yeah, you astral over there, revealing more beans.
Stop with the beans. Beans, and more beans. There are beans everywhere.
You like zip, and then you're like right on top of a bean now.
Okay. And then so like I do that thing that cartoons do where they go, right? Okay. And so do I see the human zipper thing?
Not yet.
So then
maybe they're hiding.
So I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do some. Where are you? Okay. Nico is going. There you are. He's going to survival perception. What can I do? Summoning, banishing. What does that do, Danny?
You can use that to banish spirits.
Can I do a mass banishing?
No. And it's really heavy it's really drain intensive.
Okay. clubs. I wish. What's Arcana?
Just your knowledge about magic stuff.
Okay. I wanted to do the banishing thing, but I didn't want to do it on the beings. I wanted to do it on the human thing, but I don't know if it's a spirit. And I don't see it. So what do I do? A perception test again?
You could do a perception test to try to see it. While you're doing that, the device is on and everyone's chilling, wondering what's going on. The rotodrone has been righted, kind of waiting for the next
I rolled it.
Sort of whatever's going to happen there. Let's see what happens as far as this goes.
Can I cast spells while I'm in Astral?
You can cast certain spells that will do certain things. You can cast mana spells that have mana effects on things that are in the astral. So you cannot cast a spell that affects something only on the physical.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't see anything. It's definitely blank. You do see the rotodrone at this point, though. It's definitely hovering there. I don't know if Gertrude's doing anything else with it.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna flash back to my body. And look at Satchel.
Satchel is currently like under the bench looking for like a marker or some errant like Cheeto or something I could start trying to like write something with.
What are you doing, Satchel?
Nothing at all.
Okay.
How's things going?
I don't know. Honestly, I didn't see anything messing with the drone, so I don't know what that was about. But I saw something whizzing around out there, so there's something out there. I don't know. It's moving, and then there's a lot of things that aren't moving, and I'm pretty sure they're dead bug spirits.
About that.
Or hibernate.
That message that says what?
I thought everybody else was unconscious.
Like, wait, what? Do they exist only in the astral, or?
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know if they can manifest. I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure that they're just the spirits of the bugs. I mean, I'm also a protege. I'm sorry, man. I'm young, man. I'm learning as I go, dude. And I know you were gonna draw on my face. So look, I think.
So and then Satchel turns to Media. Media is the only one that's awake in here, right?
But no, I can hear. I can't see. I'm still seeing over there, so I'm blind.
Oh, okay.
So I really didn't see what shenanigans you were up to. I heard you messing around, but that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, do you know anything about like bug spirits? Are they like gonna come stab us right now? Like what's going on?
Everything looks calm here from what I can see, but I did see that little thing fall off that I think we're going to have to go get it.
You know what I think it is? I think that someone is out there and they're using some sort of magic to hide themselves from the bug spirits.
Well, that'd be clever.
What I need for Etienne to give me a computer plus intuition data processing. I need to know what Gertrude's doing with the drone. If she's bringing it back, hovering, what's going on with that. And I need a perception test from Lisa Media.
And the whole time while everyone's doing this, I'm literally scowling at Satchel.
I didn't do anything.
Would that computer intuition fall under matrix search or perception?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Punish someone for having you can't establish thought crimes.
And you know what? think I'm going to pre-edge that one. Someone made a good case of pre-edging, using my pre-edge power as a human earlier in the chat. So,
all right,
let's do it.
I've been saying humanity number one. mean, but not a humanist guy, because they're assholes.
If you want to say that, you can say meta-humanity number 1. That should do it.
That one.
All right, I've got my results, and then what's going on for Gertrude's piloting?
So I'm looking at the picture of this cute little drone guy. Are those operable legs on the bottom, or is that just for landing?
It cannot walk or roll.
Can it clamp?
No, it does not have
Okay.
arms. That is something you'd have to get for it.
Gotcha.
It
All right.
doesn't have the guns either.
But I remember that they made the comment there were no guns.
Yeah.
Then I guess my avatar would look to Etienne and say, I lost the package. Do we need to go in and get it, or are we leaving?
Yeah. You guys, I can grab things. If maybe I wear Etienne's special suit, I could get close enough, and as long as it's in my line of sight, I could levitate it towards me.
It's moving, Etienne.
What is moving? The
device.
The device? I was getting the reading. I think we need it from it. I'm not sure, but something is moving it now. So I guess I should wake up and get out there.
Can I see it, Danny, since I'm still got eyes on?
You do see something strange. You see something green. It's just like a flash of green, and then it dashes back into the shadows. About maybe 3 foot tall. Something vaguely humanoid shaped, green, and yeah, just kind of you see it run out from behind buildings, grab it, and then take off the other way.
Heck damn it! Well, some creature just grabbed it and ran.
See?
What the?
Well, it was humanoid and small, maybe 3 feet. I saw it with my eyes, so it doesn't seem like it was a spirit.
You people need hazmat suit. Do we have that on hand? No, nobody bought that.
I just asked you. You told me we'd get it after this job.
You asked for the same kind of suit that I had, which takes 2 weeks at least, from what I remembered, to make custom.
Okay, I mean,
hazmat suit is different. However, Etienne does have something else.
Why don't we just follow her? And maybe we can get away from these pod things.
She said.
Well, Gertrude, it's Etienne's persona in the Matrix, just has a screen open with people in the car talking to us. So he turns to you, he's like, well, can you get the drone to follow it? So
it only moved like a very short space, and then it stopped. So the roll I had you made was a trace icon, and since you own it, it was it wasn't opposed. So you've got, you know exactly where it is in the geospace. So it just like something went and got it and like brought it back under something, and it's just there.
Satchel, you know what we have to do.
Wait till we get a hazmat suit?
Wait here till the thing moves and we chase it?
All right, you guys can strip me naked if you need the suit.
That's exactly what I was going to suggest.
Alrighty.
And then what we do is we go into the zone. Maybe we can both fit into the suit, but if not, there's loot. I'm just kidding.
Like, you can't.
No.
But there's no amount of lube that's gonna make you both fit into my armor.
Hey,
so
if you don't jump to put jeans on, then you don't feel my pain. I know what it's like to fit into a tight space. But if you don't believe in the power of lube, then I'll let it go.
I just tried to buy jeans that fits myself, but anyway. Sometimes
like you just need a little extra, you gotta
right.
All right, I need to stick onto the matrix so I can keep track of our thing while Gertrude is flying the drone and keeping a visual eye on it. So you guys do what you gotta do.
This whole time I've already started to disrobe.
Wait. I could wear it. Like, I can still levitate stuff out of people's hands. It's not as easy, but I think I could still potentially do it. Unless we want to fight the thing.
And then I'm standing there with my shirt half off.
Satchel is just very, very amused, and he looks between Nico half robed and looks towards Lisa Media and is kind of waiting for her to see if she's about to race him into the suit or something.
Yeah, we can do my idea if your idea doesn't work out, sugar.
I mean, I think 2 people can fit in this suit.
Not with this. Not what my mama gave me.
I don't know my mom, so.
That's sad.
Now you have to make it awkward.
And at that point, Nico just kind of puts his shirt down and holds his head down.
All right, I'll probe. I'll do it. I hope you don't smell NTN, honey.
Silence.
It's my new suit, so I try to keep it clean. I wear the other one when I work on things, so that should not be too bad.
All right, so let's see here. Lisa and Etienne. It is big on Lisa, so it's a little long in the legs, so the bottom of the pant leg kind of folds over the boot a little bit. Very much like having to pull the gloves on, and then it's just a lot of looseness here. But you get it on. Yeah, it's definitely on. Geiger counter reads that there is some amount of radiation outside, but not so much that a minute or less of exposure will hurt anybody.
And I had pulled my eyes back, obviously, while I watched Nico disrobe. That's disturbing. And I will, I guess, get out. Is it safe for me to open the door right here?
I'll hold my breath.
That'll do it. That's what you do. Still doesn't understand the concept of contact toxins, but yeah.
Okay. And she opens the door and shuts it really quick and gets out.
All right. Out in the street.
And I had used my sight to see it, so I think I know where I'm going. So you have
an idea about where to go. So I'm going to have you appear on the map using ye old flea icon. Am I not in the right thing? Boop. Boopy boop. Okie doke.
All right.
So moving up, you do notice these sort of. You see them. They're on the material plane as well, and you can tell looking at them with real eyes that these are. They make you think of giant ants, maybe, or something. That are they're just kind of they got their legs closed in and their abdomen kind of tucked up and their head tucked down. But definitely looks like a giant mastiff-sized ant.
A dog ant.
I will be staying clear of those.
Well, yeah.
So we had seen where the creature went. I'm going to sneak over, and I'm going to attempt to levitate. So first, I think I need to do some sneaking for that to happen.
Go ahead and make that sneak check. Did you take the other Geiger counter with you, perchance?
Oh, that probably would have been a good idea, wouldn't it?
I mean, it's right there for use next to the door.
I mean, I'm not there anymore.
There's one stuck to the car.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, you could tell me that over my comm link for sure.
Yes, I can, and I will.
You are moving as quietly as you can, and you kind of skirt by the one as you pass by. And success. You must be pretty sneaky, I guess,
so
because
sneaky.
You did not wake it up, and then you kind of continue on. Come around the corner. You can see some kind of burnt out husks of cars and stuff. Some are on their side, and whenever the crater hit, whatever, it just knocked them almost into the side of this building. If you take a look at your HUD, you do see where Etienne is kind of marking the location of the device, which is kind of right about here. Yeah. Oops. And then but you do also have more of these sort of beans, if you will. A couple more there.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep making.
Don't.
Ooh.
We don't know what's happening.
Dun-dun.
All right.
All right, I'll keep making myself over there, so I can get some line of sight without hopefully necessarily the creature seeing me.
So it looks like it's inside of a vehicle that's on its side. So you're gonna have to kind of get around into it to get that line of sight. You don't hear anything else. There's a bug spirit right there, bug thing right there, whatever that is. Just kind of lying there.
But we have the thing that's telling us exactly where. I didn't see.
Where it is. So it seems to be inside of a vehicle that is overturned. And go ahead and make a perception test.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, it's you don't see anything else in the cars. You kind of turn and you think you see the device, like the edge of the device, kind of just laying on the side of the side of one of the doors, and then the bug spirit thing next to you suddenly kind of like that.
Ooh!
Get away from that thing as tiptoey runny as possible.
Okay.
Given this more space.
As you tiptoe away, you hear a
All right. Let's see. I don't like that. So let's see what I can do about that. Do I need to be able to see the creature to use control thoughts?
You do need to be able to see the creature because it has to definitely be in your line of sight.
I just pinpoint it where the hearing is and kind of aim my spell that way.
No.
Okay. All right. All right. Then I will attempt to go along the other side to get closer to the car.
Okay. So you go around the other side. Easy enough. You can kind of tell that there's a few more of these beans around the corner over there. They're just littering the place. It's almost as if there was a hive here. You see it first, Gertrude, and anyone seeing through the eyes of the rotodrone, as a green figure sort of materializes behind Media, and
who sees it first?
Media hears, What you doing?
Hi. I dropped something from my drone.
What
Looking
drop?
for it.
What is it?
Oh, well, a little piece like this.
Oh, I found that.
Oh, well, lucky you. I'm happy to pay you a finder's fee.
What are you going to pay me?
10 of something.
10 of something.
I don't know all the money, so you have to fill in the money. I said some kind of money.
It's just Nguyen is money, but I don't know what that is.
Well, what do you like? Maybe we could trade for something.
I like to play game.
I like games.
We can play tag. Okay, and then it's a little girl that's green and glowing, and she lunges forward, trying to tag you.
So I let her tag me, and I'm going to attempt to use levitate to grab the thingy.
Okay, so you are not going to avoid this grab.
No.
And let's see here. That is going to be this.
Why do I feel like I should have avoided this grab? That didn't sound good.
I think everybody felt like you should have avoided this grab. A glowing person.
I don't know. I have a suit on.
Oops. And it should be another 5.
Not much longer.
Let's do this. Not that it matters too much. So yeah, if you're not avoiding it that
Sorry,
one, I should have rolled 5 more dice. But yeah, so she reaches out and lunges to touch you. At the same time, you're casting levitate on this device.
So it's like a touch and levitate?
Well, she's wanting to levitate the device out of there. It does have a...
To levitate.
So. It's probably a complex device, so you feel like it's probably going to have a pretty decent resistance level against your spell. So that's considering whether you want to edge your spell or not.
Yeah. How do I do that in the roll?
So if you're going to pre-edge, at the top of the sheet is a edge slider. So you're going to slide that on and then make the roll.
Okay. I see it. Got it.
And then, then you make the roll, then turn the slider off. And your 6 is the number to beat.
Modifiers for this one?
-4 because of your closeness to the crater.
Oh goodness.
What's the highest force that I can do?
12, but you could kill yourself.
Because of the drain. Do it.
I mean, like, otherwise somebody else has to come get me and there's no more suits. So, feels like
you stole my suit.
You need one net hit to get it, but it moves at meters per hit every 3 seconds. That's this, or every time you have a go.
Would 8 or 9 be safer? Oh.
They're both very dangerous.
So how fast do you want it to go?
I mean, fast. Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to go fast. It's going to go your hits meters per like little bit, right? So
yeah. All right, fine. I'll do 8 and say that's probably good enough. Yeah. Is that do it?
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to hit the drain, right?
After you hit the drain. Wow. Okay. Hopefully you don't take much drain because that is physical drain. You take 2 physical on that.
Ooh. That was draining.
Indeed. All right. Well, it's levitating towards you at a speed of 7 per meter, or 7 per action, because you did pre-edge. And you notice when she tags you, like the suit just blackens, immediately spiraling out from that spot.
So we're not gonna do that.
And she says, "Hi, you're it."
Okay, great. And so I pretend I'm going to chase her.
Okay.
But
Well,
I'm
since you're only
really reaching
pretending.
for my thing. So like I'm moving, but to get the thing that I'm levitating. But
Yes.
I'm making it look really good so she runs far away from me.
If you're just trying to grab it, easily done, because you just it zips into your hand.
Yeah, but I gotta fake her out so she runs away from me because I can't survive another touch like that.
Right. So she's kind of darting away. As you sort of turn, you hear a second voice.
Oh. Sorry, Sarah. We're gonna die.
Appearing on top this vehicle, as a little boy says, "Hey, that's ours. We found it fair and square."
Hey, do you like tag? I'm it. You should run.
I'm not playing.
Oh, well, you'd have to discuss it with her because she just gave it to me. So I don't know.
She stops and turns around and goes,
Okay, I would like to levitate myself out of here.
I imagine you're no longer levitating the thing. You can run faster than you can levitate.
I think I got it. Right?
Yeah, you have the thing, so you don't have to be maintaining the spell on that anymore.
I would like to go now.
Yeah, so you can try to run, because you're pretty sure they can fly, and flying is way faster than levitating. But also, you are not that fast of a runner.
Need to try to use deception and throw something from my pocket to say, okay, and go get it.
All right, so
I don't know if the mob feelings or control thoughts would work on these kind of things, but I will also
it would, as long as they are manifested in the material, which they are.
Well, then let's go with that first, because that seems smarter than trying to trick spirits that then may get angry at me. So let's try that first. So I'm going to try to control thoughts on the boy first, because he's closer to me.
Okay.
Satchel makes sure all the windows are rolled up really tight, doors are locked.
And do keep in mind you're at -4 to the roll.
Yeah. Doing 8. Okay.
And that was with edge again.
Oh, I did well. I mean, I'll keep it. It's a decent roll, but that train's really high.
It is. Hopefully you soak a lot of it.
Yeah. Let's find out. Yeah. Okay.
Soak all of it but one. Very well.
Yeah. So I say, no, it's okay. She did have it. I'm okay with her having it. She seems nice. She's playing games.
All right. I am trying to manipulate tokens, and it's not wanting to let me.
I don't have to manipulate it because you're totally gonna let me go.
All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, he kind of looks and what? You can go. To which the little girl says, "No, she has our thing," and she runs up to try to snatch it from you, which is going to require a defense roll on your part. at -2 because you have a spell up as well. So, and
The defense rolls on here, Danny.
so that is going to be on your core. And then what you're going to do is you're going to find at the top there's a little shield icon on the line of your armor.
Shield, yep.
Yep. So you're going to click that and then -2.
I need to post edge that.
Etienne, I have an idea. How attached are you to this drone, and could I maybe reimburse you later?
I mean,
I still have
yes,
edge on.
you can
Damn
reimburse me later. You can also do it with a. Let's say I trade you that drone for Evo Proletarian. He says, shrugging.
We'll square it up.
We'll square it up.
You can't actually use edge for that roll because you used edge on it already.
I did not mean to. It was just still hit, so I could redo that.
Flip that off.
Didn't help me though.
No. So. All right. Well, she's got a hold of the device, which is now sending really spiked readings of whatever it was reading, as far as Etienne can see.
So I'm just gonna attack it. Like yeah, it's too late. I'm already in trouble.
Okay.
So.
We're gonna have you do initiative. And we're going to probably have the drone do initiative. And if anyone wants to come by and do things, Nico, if you wanted to help, you can. You just go astral and go over there. And then...
I've literally been sitting here thinking.
So they are both on the astral and the physical plane, right? So you can affect them from the astral plane. It puts you at a little bit of a risk, but...
And you still have your spirit.
Oh no.
Well, your spirit.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. No. Because my spirit would then also be around all those other bug spirits, and that just seems like a powder keg. To me, because if one of them wakes up, in addition to what we have going on, and if the little rascals can like bug touch us, I'm pretty sure they can do worse. So,
yeah, I'm just letting you know what you can do. I'm not telling you what you have to do. I'm just letting you know that is a thing that you have the ability to do.
This is one of those. Why aren't you helping? I was just here thinking because I have to see her to do things. The only thing I can do for you is I'll do this. I'm gonna astral over there, and I'm gonna cast heal on her.
You can't do that because she's materialized.
Well,
I
can't. Oh, I would have to be there to actually.
Yeah, that's a thing.
But I do realize though that you're right. If we just start shooting stuff around bug spirits in pods, that's really bad. So I will try control thoughts on the second kid first.
Wait. Let me see. No, you do it. I'm just talking to myself.
Go ahead and do your thing. It's additional -2, so I think that's a total of -6 on the spell casting.
And I'm preparing the drone to interfere if that looks like it's going bad.
And I will help with the drone interfering if I can.
All right, so it was what, -2 to the modifier, or what was the modifier? I don't remember.
It's -6 because you're at -2 and you're -4 for the background count. So
can I throw edge away?
At least do like.
I was wondering if I could throw you edge but not right now, I believe.
All right, we'll do force 9 so I can possibly get any hits off of this.
Ooh. All right, so make the drain, which is 7 before, so that's a logic again. Ooh. Ow.
Out for the kids, right?
Yes, but also for Alex, she might want to use Edge for that drain roll because she would be taking 6 physical right now.
Very, very, very painful. So I will do that. How do I do the post Edge for the drain again? Or
you're gonna just roll your drain stat -2, so that's gonna be so if you go to on magic at the top it says drain logic plus willpower, and then there's a modifier for it. Put a -2 there, and then just hit the drain button again. It'll roll your dice.
Danny.
Yes.
I just have to see them to be able to affect magic, right?
You have to be able to see. You have to have line of sight.
And there's windows in the van, right? Are there any high buildings around us?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the extent to which they will support anyone's weight is questionable, but yes.
Anyone's weight?
Anyone's weight. Yeah, I mean, there was a nuclear blast that went off, and it was somehow contained, but it like knocked buildings over.
Okay. All right. And how far can I see if I stood on top of the van?
You can't see them. You can see down the street, but you can't see them.
I can't levitate, so I am going to try and.
It's possible that we need Satchel to run out there and grab her.
Well, I'm gonna. So if I was on top of the building, would I be also still subjected to radiation and such?
Yes.
So, but if I have
right now you are in a radiation zone about a quarter mile, and you would have to move very quickly to get there. And there is, and the closer you get, the higher the radiation gets.
That's what I'm saying. So if I had my spirit, oh God, I guess I'll have to hear it. All right, I'll send my spirit to go get her.
Okay, because at this point, she does pass out from the drain, which is really no bueno. So you see that through the rotodrone. The little girl looks at her with the device. Hey, get up! What's wrong with you? And they both seem very concerned, very, very concerned.
Can I start to fly the drone in to see if I can distract them and maybe pull them away from her passed out body so that maybe someone can go grab her?
Yeah, you sure can. Just give me a pilot test, and as you are doing this, they are distracted, but they're not trying to get away from her. They're mostly just like, hey, go away, thing! You leave her alone! They're protecting her now.
Perfect. At the -2?
Yes.
So if I want to cast improved visibility on my
unnecessary. They would be able to see it. There's not a thing you can do because they are astral sensing beings, so they see.
So they don't, even when they're not in the astral.
Yes, because spirits are dual natured, so they're always on the astral, even when they materialize.
Also, these kids are spirits.
You're pretty sure they're some sort of radiation spirit or something, because they seem to be thriving here.
Yeah.
But yeah, sending your spirit to go and get our friend and our device would be a very good idea.
And his dude.
I mean, yeah, but at this point, my spirit's gonna kick my ass. All right, spirit. Hey.
Huh? Yes.
Listen.
What can I do for you?
Here's T, dude. You're gonna hate me. Please don't hate me. I'm doing the right thing here, okay? Our friend, she went out there, and she's probably gonna die. So we need to like not have that happen. I know, dude. I know. So I need you to get her. And bring her back here. But when you go, dude, you gotta be like super, you gotta be super like, you gotta bob and weave because there's like a minefield of like old bug spirits. Don't fuck with the bug spirits, bro. And then there's
coming from the sky.
Okay, bet. Good thinking. And then there are these two like children of the corn spirits out there. And I'm pretty sure they can like they might be impervious to magic, and then they also might be like untouchables. Not like the movie, like don't touch them. So that's your mission. Like you got to super Tom Cruise that shit, bro. And you got to go in there from the sky, grab her like the machine at the arcade, and then come back. Oh, and then there's a little itty bitty thing. Right? So you got to get all that at once.
Okay.
Do you want me to go with you?
No. What I suggest is that you ask the spirit of Earth to do this for you.
What? Why?
I'm made of air.
Yes.
And my ability to lift a solid object is very...
Right. You were only supposed to lift that one solid thing, and now you're lifting like a other solid thing. I got you, dude. All right, man. I guess then can I borrow your 2 commands and transfer that to whatever I'm about to command him to do?
Sadly, doesn't work that way. But
that's not how it works.
But
can I get an IOU for later? No.
We'll think about it. But I'm sure that if you do this, and it's the only command you use is to, and then you release, that will mitigate any poor feelings of the area.
Right. All right, dude.
I'll go.
But we're cool though. We're good.
We're fine. I'll go.
Okay.
So I'm going.
All right.
Bye. And then he wishes away. The roto drone is like dancing around these guys, and they're like jumping and swatting at it. It's really odd because they are not flying, but they jump really high because they're not actually constrained by gravity. But there's something about like what's going on with them that they feel like they've got to like jump and swat. But they definitely want you to get away from media because they don't know what you are and why. So
so I got a question.
This is what I want, Danny.
Let's get the question first.
Yeah, it's going to take a second. How long have we been there? How long has the thing been on? Etienne has a counter and is
about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes.
Okay. So Etienne's going to communicate with everybody. Get her out of there, but the sensor needs another 5 minutes.
Okay.
Is it possible that these I'm talking to Etienne. Hey, is it possible that these things are going to follow her once he lifts her out of there?
I mean, I don't know much about these things. Once again, this is
Gertrude.
This is weird of tabarnak, but they seem to be like conscious of what's going on around them. So it's possible that they may, but your spirit may be able to tell them to fuck off. I don't.
Oh, that's so no. Okay. All right. So I summoned him, and I want to summon him at 10.
Okay. Do you want to use Edge on that roll before I roll mine? Because the higher force you summon them at, the more dice I'm rolling to not be summoned.
Oh, God. This is stressing me out. Edge. Sure.
If you post Edge, you're going to roll 7 dice.
Sure, I'll post Edge then.
All right, so just roll 7 dice. Just click your dice thing and roll 7. Wow. I think you probably have it. I doubt I'm. Yeah. Okay. So you see the
Thanks. Who it was the guy who he just subscribed today. I forgot the name, but thank you.
Hey, thanks for subscribing. Awesome. So much. So all right. So now we've got your spirit of earth.
Spirit of earth.
So this wolf, like made of granite, just kind of appears in front of you, and it's
massive.
Huge. Like the air spirit was big. This is even bigger.
It was so big that I went deaf for a second. Sorry.
What do you want?
Yon spirit, we're in huge trouble, dude. So our friend went into this toxic zone and got like toxic the fuck up. So she passed out, and then there's these two like radiation children that are plaguing her. So we got to get her away. But at the same time, we have to grab a small device that looks like and then I described the device to him because I don't remember what it looked like. And then, so all of that has to go. But this is the thing. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if we should bring her here. Maybe we should have him drop her somewhere else. And then that be somewhere that we can find her later, like a clinic. Because if we bring the children back here, then it might be a worse situation. So that's my plan. I'm basically talking to anyone who's not unconscious.
Sounds okay to me.
Great.
Yeah, it's just Satchel there with you. She's out there, and we're both in the front seat.
Okay, good idea, Satchel. So, Spirit, take her and the device, and then take her back to. Don't we have an inn at the clinic? I don't know that though. Not Kaida knows that. I don't know that. So hey,
we know a Satchel. And we know a clinic in the collective or roundabouts, but we don't have an inn there, I don't think.
Okay, well, which one should we
mean like a contact there? I thought you meant like a bed, like a room in like
a hotel. No.
Yeah, like a hotel. Okay, gotcha.
It's street lingo, Satchel.
I understand.
So that's what we'll do. Spirit, get her and take her to the clinic that Satchel's talking about.
Yeah, over there off of Milwaukee somewhere.
Please?
Do you know what he's talking about? You don't, unfortunately, Nico. Wait. Actually, give me a memory test. So it's going to be where all your strength and all that is, but on the other side it's just a memory. There's one for memory.
There it is. Boom. Wop wop. Okay. A little something.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, you do know that clinic because it's from around where you live, actually. So the spirit takes a moment to kind of get a sense of what you're talking about and where. Retrieve your friend. Take to this location.
Yes.
This is all you need.
And there's a small device that she tried to get that should be next to her. Get that device too. And then just be careful. Radiation's high, bug spirits that are dead are there, so you're going to have to be super evasive.
Very well. I go. And then he just disappears.
Okay.
At the location, as you're dancing around away from these spirits, you do see this, like, just bursting out of the ground, a huge stone wolf creature that then scoops up Media in its jaws, just holding her lightly, and then just springs into the air and the two spirits are like, no, ah! And they just start like trying to chase. And everything just disappears, and you're not sure who went where, why, when, or how.
Terror.
What happened to the device?
I sent it to the clinic.
Oh, the device is moving really fast. Like the device is moving really fast towards the clinic.
This wasn't the sensor device, was it?
Yeah,
that's the. I thought the drone was the device.
The drone and the sensor device were separated.
Wait, one moment. If you thought the drone was the device,
I thought the drone was the thing that was picking up the radiation.
No, it's the device was a little handheld thing.
Oh, we could have just left that shit there then. My bad. Mighty. Sorry.
So, with that,
very sorry.
The device and media apparently are at the clinic. The little green children are, who knows where they went, and the Isan Roto drone is hovering in the radiation layer, probably at this point heading back towards Darcy.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan is sending a message about what happened with the sensor. It kind of moved very fast, and I lost track of it.
It's still on. It's still taking readings too. However, we'll have to figure out next week what happened next because we are out of time today. Thank you very much for joining us, those who have joined us. Thanks very much for watching if you're catching this on YouTube. And thank you to the cast. Thank you, Alex, for joining us and filling in for Sarah today. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, too bad. Sorry.
We appreciate the touch that you brought to the character. And thanks so much, Tom, for running our tech and taking care of that. And join us next week, so everybody, to see what happens next and what we're going to do with this device that got readings. 20 minutes worth of readings.
Wait, 20 minutes? I thought we would need 15 and we only got 10.
15? I mean, 15 minutes worth of readings. It has 15 minutes worth of readings. It just only has 10 at the location that you wanted it to have.
That's fair.
And then, of course, we've got Wednesday tomorrow. Thursday, Duryea has Talk It Out every week on Thursday. What's this week's topic?
This week, we're talking about colorism. But and if anyone doesn't know what colorism is, colorism is like a really big issue amongst a lot of different cultures. It's so hard to explain shortly. But if it were to relate to like Hispanic people, a lot of Hispanic people are basically every shade that you can think of. And in some cultures, the darker shade ones are seen as less than. And it's very pervasive in, it's very divisive amongst cultures themselves. It has to deal with like white supremacy and lighter is better, which is actually relevant in more than just those kind of cultures, like Japanese culture, like a lot of cultures. So we're going to talk about that and how it affects people. And then,
so basically, if you're part of a group but your skin tone is like darker or lighter, then you might actually get treated like differently than you would as the core member of that group.
Yes. Okay. And then we're also going to be doing a 24-hour stream in about 2 months. It's going to be a fundraiser for an LGBTQ. We haven't found the charity, but it's going to be an LGBTQ veterans charity. We found one that does both. So hopefully we'll get in contact with them and make that a link. So if you haven't followed us on Twitch, it's going to be exclusive to Twitch. So do that. Okay.
Day Gamer. Twitch at Day Gamer. Also, Whoa Nelly Media, WOENELLY Media, right? Yep, there you go. So you'll find that on Facebook. You'll find that on YouTube. So let's good job. With that, we'll just say bye because we're holding you hostage now.